Hey, you guys. It seems like it's been a little too long since I did a video, and I decided today is the day. So here we are, and I was hoping that we could have a discussion. And the topic that I decided to talk with you about is not the happiest of topics. And in fact, a lot of people probably would rather not even discuss this issue, but it's something that has to be discussed at some point in time. It needs to be discussed. And what I've decided to talk to you guys about is when you have a pet that passes away. And I would also like to talk to you about, when a pet passes away, you know, I believe, and I know we all have our different beliefs, but I believe that when a pet passes away, that they go to the Rainbow Bridge. And I'm sure most of you have heard of the Rainbow Bridge or know something about it. And just a very condensed version of what the Rainbow Bridge is. Well, first, let me say, the rainbow. The rainbow is a symbol of hope. The rainbow is a connection between sky and earth. It also stands for unity, which is why in stories throughout history, mainly stories told by witches and, within witchcraft, Wicca, stories that are passed along through witchcraft. The Rainbow Bridge, if I'm remembering correctly from my childhood when my grandmother used to tell me stories, if I'm remembering correctly, it's actually called the Bifrost Bridge. But some way or another, over time, the Bifrost Bridge became the Rainbow Bridge. And what the Rainbow Bridge is, it joins worlds of pagans, deities, gods and goddesses, worlds and realms of, goddesses. It connects their world to our world, which is the human realm. So that's what the Rainbow Bridge is. It's a bridge that connects, you know, the realm of the gods and goddesses to the realm of us, the humans. And it's, I guess you could say, for lack of a better description, is a form of heaven for deceased pets. It's their afterlife realm. And I wanted to, talk about that. And before we do, I'm going to light this incense. And it is a jasmine incense. And I chose jasmine because it has a very, very strong connection with love, and it also has a very strong earthly connection. And yes, it is used in love magic. It's used in, I guess, sex magic, more of magic, with a aspect of desire, but it's also strongly rooted in, love, a love aspect, and it can be love of others or love of self. And, love of others does not, have to be love of another person. Love of others could be the love of an animal. And I just thought jasmine was an appropriate incense to use to cleanse our space. And like always, anything that you do within spell work, within your craft, just please, please, I can't stress it enough, cleanse your space. And also, I thought, as we cleanse our space, I also want to dedicate this incense, I want to dedicate it to Goddess Bast. And I'm sure most of you know who she is. She's an Egyptian goddess. She is a goddess that works strongly in the aspect of protection. She is a goddess who is a lover of cats. She's got a very, very strong connection of cats. In fact, her physical form is that of a cat. Um, she also is a protector of homes. She is a she banishes evil spirits, especially evil spirits that are trying to, get into someone's home or attach herself to someone's home. Um, she has very strong roots in motherhood. She's a protector of children. She is I guess you could say, a nursemaid. She's got that motherly quality about her. Um, she has very sexual instincts about her. She has, animal instincts about her. She's a healer. She is a protector. She is also a protector of women's secrets. That doesn't necessarily mean, they are bad secrets or dark secrets. It could be, for instance, you have feelings for a certain person and you can't reveal it to that person. That's your secret. She is a protector of it. Or maybe there's a person and you do not like this person, or maybe you did something you wish you hadn't have done. It doesn't matter what the secret is. It's just she has a very female, bond to her, a very feminine energy, and she is a protector of female secrets. Um, like I said, she's a healer. She loves children. She is a nurturer. She's a very loyal goddess. For anyone that calls on her, anyone that works with her, that connects with her, if you make that connection with her, she will be very loyal to you. Um, and she's like she's the huntress. She's the one that gets out there and she gets what she needs to get to provide for her loved ones. That's those animal instincts in her. But let me set our incense right here. Um, and I've always, when doing any spell work that concerns a pet, whether it is a pet that has passed and I'm doing some type of, ritual or like a farewell, I always call on Goddess Bast. Or if I'm doing spell work for a sick pet, I call on her. If I'm doing spell work to protect my pets, I call on her. Anything that you are working on that has to do with animals or pets, or she's your go-to girl. And it doesn't have to be just anything to do with pets. If you are calling on her protection, if you are calling on her for protection of your home, if you have evil spirits you need to banish, if you need protection for your children, she's just got such an array of traits. She's a very, very good goddess to work with, and she's a very loving goddess as well. But oh, I've got this I can share with you. Each goddess has traits that they allowed to be heard or seen or even smelled. And it's just a little way to let you know that they're nearby. They're there. They heard you calling and they're there. And hers is, if you are calling her or working with her and you suddenly get a smell of perfume, she is there. And I mean, not just a little whiff, it will be a very strong scent of perfume. You will know. When you smell it, you will know. And that's just her way of letting you know that she heard the call and she's there and she's ready to get down to business and work with you. And she's not alone in showing you that she's there. Other goddesses do it as well. And I wanted to also include a few crystals. You knew I was going to. And as always, I've been incorporating my selenite wand in just about everything that I've been doing for the last probably 2 months. And selenite is one of my favorite crystals. And yes, I say that about all of them, but I really love the selenite. But for some reason, though, I know whenever there's a particular crystal that we need to work with, or, even it doesn't even have to be that we need to work with it. We may just need that crystal in our life. We may need it to, you know, we may just need that energy that it possesses, and they choose us. You know, they have vibrations, they have energy, and the universe knows. The universe knows what you are in need of, what you are lacking, and the universe will send signs and send things out there for you. But you got to learn how to see them, to pick up on them. And whenever you call to your goddess and you ask her for help, she's going to send something to you through the universe. It may just be a particular crystal that you need to work with or incorporate in your daily life, or whatever it is that you're doing. You may need to add that crystal, and your goddess, she will send you a sign. And it may not be, you know, her holding up a poster board telling you, hey, do this. It's going to be a subtle sign, but you just got to you know, have your eyes open at all time, and, just meditate on a daily basis, because that helps you focus. That helps clear your mind. It helps open your eyes and your third eye, and, you can see things, you can see them clearly. Because, if you keep asking the goddess for something and she keeps giving it to you, but you don't accept it, you don't see it, you don't answer her call, eventually she's going to quit, reaching out to you, because you're wasting her time basically. And I feel like she could, if you don't want her time and energy, she's going to take it and place it somewhere else where it will be used and utilized. So, that's just my opinion, but that's the whole purpose of the videos, is to share. And, as always, if you have anything you would like to share, or just anything you would just like to say in general, please just drop it in the comments. And our next crystal is a jasper tower. And jasper is a really good stone to use when working with animals. It doesn't have to be just deceased animals, it can be a pet, it can be a familiar, but jasper's a really good stone to work with, and especially in a tower form, because it has a point, and that means, the energy is radiating from that point, and that's the way the energy is flowing through this point. And it's almost like working with a wand, and you can use a tower as a wand. That's, really the convenience of having a smaller tower, is you can use it as a wand. But jasper is a really, really good stone to use when working with animals. Jasper is a very grounding stone, and it's a long acting stone. You know, if you're doing spell work and you want to include jasper in your spell work, you know, for instance, maybe you're doing a binding spell and you want that binding spell to stay in effect for some time, because, you know, it may not be right away that whatever or whoever you are trying to bind is going to be bound. So you would incorporate jasper, because jasper, you know, once your spell is finished, once you have closed your spell, or your intention, you know, once you have put your intention out there in the universe to manifest, you know, if you include that jasper, you know, the whole time, you know, that jasper is steady work, and it's giving its energy, you know, its energy is just, it's a constant flow of energy from the jasper. And then, like I said, with the point, you know, it's just, it's steady flowing, steady flowing. But the one thing you have to remember about jasper is it works, and it works continuously, and it works for a long time. But the flow isn't like, you know, a fast, intense flow. It's more of a slow, steady flow. So if you don't get results immediately, don't get upset and don't, you know, worry. It's coming. It is coming. It's just a slower, more reliable type of energy flow, but it is coming. So don't give up when you're working with jasper. And the other one I wanted to include is amethyst, and I keep saying my favorite stone, my favorite stone. They're all my favorite stone, but this is one that I do like to work with a lot, and it's a tower as well. So it's got that flow of energy, you know, coming from the point. And like I said, you can use these as wands. But this is amethyst, and of course it's an all around healer. You know, you can use it in, you know, crystal healing. You can use it in your spell work if someone is sick, if someone is hurt. You can use it in dream work. If you need to de-stress and just calm down, it's a great stone for that. If you're having problems sleeping, bad dreams, you know, and like I say, that's the beauty of working with stones. Each and every one has like so many different properties. And you know, sometimes I will pick up a stone, and before I work with any stone, you know, I pick it up and I want to connect with it. And you know, before you begin working with them, period, you should cleanse them, and then you should program them. And I guess the best way that I can describe to you what programming a stone is you're putting your energy in it. You're putting your intention in it. So you're connecting with it. And once you program that stone, I suggest you don't let any and everyone use it, touch it, you know, because it's your stone. You're going to be working with it. You want it to have your energy. You want to connect with its properties. It's you and it's the stone. And when you start letting any and everyone hold it and use it, and, you know, that's when negativity attaches to it, and then that throws off the whole balance of your stone. And you know, I have certain stones that I use for energy healing and distance healing, and that's okay. You know, those stones are to be used, you know, by other people, but it's a different type of use. You know, they're not actually holding the stone, they're not putting their intention in the stone. You're simply, you know, utilizing that stone and its energy to work with someone else. So it's still you working with the stone. But here I am getting sidetracked talking about stones when we're supposed to be talking about our deceased pets. But I really can't help it, you guys. I love stones. But these three stones, the amethyst, the jasper, and the selenite, I brought them along because I think those would be some great stones to use when working, doing spell work, to either help a deceased pet pass on to the Rainbow Bridge or to simply just say farewell, like just a little ritual to bid them farewell, to send them off and to send them off with your love. And you know, uh, the good thing about when an animal passes, and animals are like children. They are innocent. Their soul is not, you know, it's not being dampened by negativity. Animals aren't like humans. Humans, they can pick up on negativity. We have a mindset that we can choose between right and wrong, but an animal, they don't choose between right and wrong. They are pure instinct, the animal instinct. And, they can show love. And yes, some animals are more aggressive than others, but it's not an aggression like anger or hatred. It's just for whatever reason, that particular animal, it could be a trait that they were born with. It could be, some emotional distress from a human treating them bad, but it's not a negative trait. So, like I said, animals, they're fueled by instinct. It has nothing to do with, good and bad or negative and positive. It's pure instinct, and that's the animal instinct. But when an animal passes on to the Rainbow Bridge, they're no longer sick, they're no longer hurt. They're happy. They're with others like themselves. They're never hungry, they're never thirsty. They can just, this is their afterlife, and it's an afterlife of pure bliss. Is They're at peace, they're happy, but they can still miss their loved ones. An animal can experience love, and I believe that's why some people see the ghost of their pets, is because just like a person, if you love someone and you miss them, you simply miss them. And once you pass on and you are spirit, you're no longer a physical body. Your spirit. You are an energy based form, strictly energy based. You're no longer a, a physical thing or person. Your energy. And being that your energy, you're going to want to go to what you're going to long for what made you happy. You're going to want to feel that love, that person. And you know that's what a ghost is. A ghost is displaced energy in different forms. And that's why you see the ghost of your loved ones. And just with animals, you see your pets because they miss you. And that's part of love. Love is, it's never ending. Love never dies. And we're all we all consist of energy. Everything has energy. And whenever we pass away, we're still the same energy. Our energy flow is still the same. We have the same qualities about us. We're in another realm, and we're of another form. And the same with animals, or so I believe. I believe animals have souls. Any living, breathing thing that can feel love, it has to have a soul. That's, again, my belief, but I truly believe it has to have a soul. So I just wanted to, touch on the Rainbow Bridge with you guys and just, share a little bit of what I know about it and what I believe. And the whole reason for this topic was, over the last week here at my job, there was a little kitty and something or someone killed it. So, even though it wasn't my pet, it was still a living creature. So, of course, I buried it and I sent it, I sent it to the Rainbow Bridge with love. I bid it farewell and I did a little ritual. And then today, I came to work again, and sadly, just coincidence, another little kitty had died, but this one was because it had got up in the wheelbase of the car, and when my boss left, it killed it. So, you guys, please, in this cold weather, before you leave, beep your horn, bang on your hood, make some noise, and scare them kitties out of those cars so nothing bad happens to them. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, but if you resonated with anything I said, please like and subscribe. And remember, all you have to do is believe in order to receive. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.